Most powerful people in the world are meeting in Davos, Switzerland this week for what they call the World Economic Forum, where they cook up crazy ideas to get rich, make our lives miserable. Let's check in to see how today went, shall we?
Why should I?
Witchcraft at the World Economic Forum. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. This video will be entitled Witchcraft at the World Economic Forum. So the video you seen in the beginning was this recent meeting at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, where we had a shaman, right, performing a ritual for some of these elites at the World Economic Forum. And basically it was witchcraft, okay? That's really what it was, just damn witchcraft. Now, you witnessed it, you saw it on your own. Those of you that are in the know, you know about the World Economic Forum. And let's just real quick, let's just go to, this is who you saw right here. And what do you know? This individual more than likely is from one of the tribes, one of the Israelite tribes down there in what do they call it, in the Amazon, right? More than likely. Now we can't say 100% sure this individual is an Israelite, but you got a lot of voodoo and different rituals and shit among those tribes. You know, that's why we tell you that they are Israelites. That's why these elites are trying to tap in to that energy. You know, to the energy that these, you know, the spiritual energy of the Israelites, but this is on the left-hand side right here. So anyway, from CNA, Catholic News Agency, the headline reads, Shamanic Ritual at World Economic Forum. What spirit rules in Davos, priest asked. Now, when you go into this word shamanic, you know, the root word is shaman. And that's what this individual is a shaman, if you know. And let's look it up. This is the word right here.
Shaman.
Shaman, a person regarded as having access to and influence in the world of good and evil spirits, especially among some peoples of Northern Asia and North America. Typically, such people enter a trance state during a ritual and practice divination and healing. See? So it's really like some witchcraft shit. It's some, you know, what does ritual mean?
Ritual.
A religious or solemn ceremony consisting of a series of actions performed according to a prescribed order. And really, it's just some witchcraft shit. That's really what it is. Now let's go back right here. And this is supposed to be dark, and let's see here. The dark theme, I like it better. Easier on the eyes. Here it says, what is the role of a shaman? Shamans act as mediators in their cultures. Shamans claim to communicate with the spirits on behalf of the community, including the spirits of the deceased. So if that's the case, who communes with the dead? Witches, warlocks, right? Witch doctors. Let's see. What is the literal meaning of shaman? A priest or priestess who uses magic for the purpose of curing the sick, divining the hidden, and controlling events. See that? What else? Are shamans in the Bible? There is no reason to doubt that shamanistic practice was found in Canaan in the time of King Saul. We know King Saul was a wicked king, and he was going off. And the Canaanites, they was a bunch of, you know, Yahweh Shai told us not to practice the ways of the heathens. Let's see, real quick. It says, what powers do shamans have using psychoactive plants, Shamans had the power to enter trances, combat evil spirits and disease, communicate with ancestors, prevent famine, and control weather as far as rain dances. And it's really just some idolatry, that's all. Just a bunch of idolatry. And if you got spiritual discernment, you understand that. You have to chew the meat and spit out the bones. Now right here from this, it says Father Jesus Silva Castignani, a priest of the Archdiocese of Madrid, Spain, questioned the spirituality that governs the World Economic Forum, now holding its annual meeting in Davos, Switzerland. What spirit governs Davos, he asked in a January 17 post on X. And really what you witnessed was the World Economic people, the World Economic Forum crowd, which is the New World Order crowd. They're basically trying to get a blessing so that their enterprise will succeed. That's all they're doing. They getting ready to do some big shit, and they want that blessing from spiritual forces that they can bring forth that damn New World Order, which really is just some satanic shit. A shaman is nothing more. It's like a witch doctor, man. Voodoo, right? Depending on what tribe you're dealing with. If it's Levi, it's voodoo. Some of the Amazon tribes or some of those Northern Kingdom, it'll be a shaman or a voodoo priestess or a witch doctor, just different shit. You ain't gonna find this in the scriptures. This ain't no righteous thing. But they went and got an Israelite to do they fucking rituals. Esau want to be blessed by Israelites, but it ain't gonna work. It says as part of a plenary session on Wednesday titled Climate and Nature, a systemic response is needed. Chiefess Putney Yawanawa of the Amazonian Yawanawa tribe, located in the Acre region of northwest Brazil, performed a shamanic rite. After making some invocations while rubbing her hands together, the woman representing the indigenous blew on the heads of the participants, among whom were the managing director of the International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, the president of the World Bank, Aja Banga, the CEO of IKEA, Jesper Broden, the billionaire Andre Hoffman. So you got some elites, right? I may put a link to this. Let's jump down here. It says the host of the event justified the presence of Chiefess Putney by stating that, quote, to look to the future, we must look back and see what the wishes of our ancestors were, end quote. Before performing the shamanic rite, Putney stated that, quote, we can join our hands, unite our hearts, unite our thoughts in the same direction for the healing of the planet and spiritual healing, end quote. While assuring that, quote, when we unite in our thinking and our heart, our Mother Earth will listen to us. So it's some New World Order shit, trying to unite, right? And trying to pray to they demons that their enterprise might be successful. They're trying to bring about that, the New World Order. And ain't a whole lot to say about it, I think a fitting scripture to read is Isaiah 47. It says, lament for Babylon. Come down, verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. And who is the virgin daughter of Babylon? It's America. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So the time for these Edomites to rule is almost up. Before they go down, they're going to do what? They're going to bring forth the NWO. The mark of the beast is on the way. You got a lot of heavy individuals as far as this Roman Empire in that room. Billionaires, right? Elites. Those who really, they're just going to be a bunch of slaves, because most of them they're going to escape. They're going to escape until Yahushua comes. Then they're going to go into prison, which is slavery. That's where they're going to go. Most of them. This little shaman, Yahushua going to put her to death. She might not, she could possibly not be an Israelite. But if I had to guess, I would say she was an Israelite. Jake is wicked, no matter what part of the world they come from, because you work for these devils. And this dude, Jesse Waters, he worked for him too. He's just an insider. So the scripture here is telling these Babylon the Great to sit on the ground. There's no throne. It's telling Esau, Edom. It says, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and I will not meet thee as a man. When Yahushua comes, he's going to be an angelic power. Okay, it's not going to be like a regular thing. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. So the sentence is being read to these devils. The judgment is that they're going to lose their kingdom, but they're going to go out with, they're not going to go out without a fight. The Most High says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. What's that inheritance? Let's look at it. Jacob is the lot. So the Most High said, I have polluted mine inheritance. Right here, Deuteronomy 32:9. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. So when the Lord says in the book of Jeremiah, I have Salakia, I was wroth with my people, the Israelites. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. It's saying the Most High said he was angry with the Israelites and he gave them into the hand of the daughter of Babylon. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Right, and they've done that. They put very well documented how they were hard on even the elderly in the society, and they were under the yoke of bondage as well. Verse 7 says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. And this is what you devils say. You think you're never going to go through any harshness, right? Any lack, any suffering. But the Lord is he's gonna give you this right here is the judgment you're going to receive. Part of it. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment. Notice the Lord used it. He used the word, the lady of, well, he's going to go on to say Lady of Kingdoms. Here it says, thou says that thou that dwellest carelessly given the pleasures. That's talking about Babylon the Great. Okay, that's talking about Babylon the Great. When you go to Revelation 18, let's see, maybe we need to read a little more. No, let's go to Revelation 18, because this is what this proud nation says. I am a lady, I shall never see the loss of children. Revelation 18:7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. This is what these proud people think. They're never going to be suffering. Let's read that again. Verse 7 says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment. In one day, the loss of children and widowhood, they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, right? And for the great abundance of thine enchantments. And what did you see in Davos? You saw sorceries and enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. And the Lord is going to do that. He's going to bring the nuclear destruction. It's a trap. These people are puffed up in their pride. They think they can just openly show on the news, the World Economic Forum doing their rituals with their shamans and shit. And don't forget, back when Biden got inaugurated, at every inauguration, you always have a voodoo priest or a shaman present. They always have that. They have all the different priests of Baal. The Catholic Church, the Baptist Church, the Black Church, the this church, the that church. And then you'll see a shaman up there. Because it's one world religion. We told you Christians, you right along with it. Because that same World Economic Forum, you can look up the footage. There was also Christians there singing and shit. Rubbing elbows with shamans. Verse 12 says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a blessing from a damn voodoo priestess, a shaman. That's why that article said, what spirit rules in Davos? And these other little regular devils like Jesse Waters in these publications, they have to report on this because they told them to. But they're all in league together. This whole world system, if you're a Christian, you are part of this. Because it all goes back to that article came from the Catholic, whatever it was called. All that shit is in league together. Ain't no separation. You try to, but ain't no separation because all of you get a damn 501c3, even some Israelites. Whether I'm trying to get the word right. Whether it's voluntary or involuntary, direct or indirect, you're still part of this. This is why we told you you can't get no damn 501c3 because the same people that get the 501c3, right, as far as religious groups are concerned, you also got voodoo priests, shamans, what's the shit called, Scientologists and all them, even witches in the whole Wiccan industry and all of that, they get also the 501c3. You ain't no different than one another. Got a different name, but it's the same damn horse with a different saddle. Again, verse 13, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall save thee. And that's what's coming. This fire gonna burn these devils. No, it don't make no difference. You get your little shamans to pray. The Lord said he's gonna pay you back. Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. So they're gonna, it looks like they about ready to go ahead and bring forward World War III for real. The mark of the beast for real, right? The nations about to unite, trying to unite and shit for their NWO, their final push, and let it come. Good. We told you. Them getting ready, and we told you, just like the Most High got his prophets and his men, his priests teaching the word. What does the wicked have? They also have their priests and their prophets trying to bless their enterprise, which is the NWO. But they're going to fail. They're going to fail. Again, Revelation 18:6, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. And to her is Babylon the Great, which is America. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord of power who judgeth her. So this whole empire is going to go up in smoke. The Lord's going to burn this shit up. He's going to completely destroy Babylon the Great. He's going to cripple the infrastructure of the whole Edomite kingdom. A lot of people going to die. Other places going to get hit with nuclear destruction, a little blast here and there. But ultimately, Yahweh Shai is going to come and remove them out of power. Let's see if we can get Jeremiah. Is it Jeremiah 50 or 51? Let's see what 50. Jeremiah 51. Yeah, let's read Jeremiah 50, I believe. And I mean, this is good too. What I'm looking for is in Jeremiah 50. Because some of the judgment that ancient Babylon got, modern Babylon is going to get, which is America. And that'll suffice. We just going, we'll read a little here. This is Jeremiah 50:22. It says, a sound of battle is in the land of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Now we know that some of this happened in ancient Babylon, but the complete annihilation and destruction is going to happen here in Babylon the Great, which is America. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, destroy her utterly, let nothing of her be left. That's what's going to happen. Now, ancient Babylon was destroyed, but that land is still inhabited. This new Babylon it's never going to be inhabited again. The Most High going to have this place get wiped off the map. And them praying to the little witches and warlocks, or using their witches and warlocks to pray, it is not going to help. Revelation 18:20, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets. For the Most High hath avenged you on her. The her is Babylon the Great. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. So the Lord is going to destroy this place for the Israelites' sake. Your little shamans and your voodoo monthly prognosticators and astrologers, not going to help. So Lord willing, you got something out of this, and you can see the handwriting on the wall coming. Esau is ready to make a move, but first he's trying to get his little spiritual energy up. We'll see where it goes. All praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.